Alekwayo, kona ula, italo Jesu mama, alamune, uko sefie, sikiara luani, utalo Jesu, Shua. Mama, alamune, uko sefie, chimchara gwani, utalo Jesu mama, mtungwa, twalipoka, utalo Jesu, itazambia mama, mtungwa.
So good evening once again. Here we are. Today is Sunday, the last day of the month. Tomorrow we start a new month. So we thank God, of course, for the good life, for good health. I don't think it is monotonous to mention once again that I'm feeling much better. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. I've resumed my usual routine. I'm able to go to the gym. I'm able to walk around. I am good. I'm good. Of course, I have a review coming up this month. So so I'm very good. And I want to continue to thank all of you that were concerned, that tried to support me, that tried to, help me, including financially. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, especially I am so grateful to a number of people. So I haven't opened the phone lines yet. Hello? So I haven't opened the phone lines yet. Let me talk a bit, then you can join me later with the phone calls. So for now, allow me to introduce some of the issues that I want to talk about. Yeah. I want to say I'm grateful to some of you that helped me materially, financially. I'm very grateful. I don't take it for granted, because whatever you give me, I know you could use it somewhere else. I know you could use it somewhere else, but you decide to help me. I am very grateful. I will not pretend I will not pretend to, like, okay, I'm okay and whatever. No. Me, I want to be very honest with you that, those material or financial help that you give me, they go a long way to sustain me. I'm not even pretending in a finish. No, I am very grateful to those of you that sacrifice whatever you do, towards me. I am very grateful. It is because of your contributions that I'm here, that I'm able to survive. I'm even able to come online like this. I am so grateful. There are people that have been very loyal. No, I am grateful to you. I'm really grateful. There are people that are loyal, that they try, and these are not people that have got money. No, these are people that are just working. They're just working, and when they get paid, they send me something. I tell you, it really humbles me, and it encourages me. It encourages me to continue, and it gives me hope that, we are going somewhere. Because if people are able to contribute something to you like that, it means there is something that they have seen in you, and therefore you should not let them down. Now, saying that, I also want to emphasize one thing. There are some people that think that when they give me help, then I should toil their line. I don't operate like that. Now, papata, listen to me very carefully. If you are helping me, don't help me because you want me to be saying everything as you would want them. No, we are human beings. There is no way we are going to agree on everything. Certain things we may not agree. But that should not be a reason now for you to pick up a phone call and start blasting me and trying to intimidate me. I don't operate like that. Then your help is not genuine. Then you have not understood me. So I am really pleading, those of you that think that because you help me with something, then I should toe your line. Then you are out of line. You are out of line. Because I can never promise, and I'm here telling you, I can never promise all of you that all the time you agree with me. Or I'll agree with you. No. Then I'm not being genuine. Now, papata, understand me. It is not, no, now you are talking good. Now I can even send you something. I don't like that tone. Now you are talking good. Now you have become good. Now I can even contribute something. I don't like those kind of people. I don't. Because tomorrow, watching, number, like our John Siwale, Atulimbwa. It's normal. It's normal that we don't agree. But when we don't agree, you don't have to call me Ulimbwa. No, you don't have to. It's normal. We will not agree on everything. And for me, it is about the issues. It's not about individuals. My political career, I have planned it. I am not just in politics anyhow. No, I have planned it. I've got plans. I know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I know what I'll be doing next year. I know what I'll be doing next year. Next year we're going to have elections. I know which role I'm going to play. I know. After elections, I know what I will be doing. I have figured it out. I've figured it out up to 2031. 2031, I know what I'll be doing. So I have planned out, I've worked out my political journey. I even know which year I will be president. I know which year I will be president. Of course, all these things, you make plans, but God fulfills them. God fulfills them. My journey is not a short one. Me, I don't work to say, hey, my longer be president, my longer be president. No. Like 2026, I know I'm not going to contest. And I'm not even bothered about it. I'm not going to contest 2026 general elections. I'm not. Even if I were in the country, because somebody would say, no, because you are not in the country. No, even if I were in the country, I was not going to contest 2026 general elections. Because that is not my part of my plan. So I have planned my political career. And I know when I will attempt, to be president. And I can assure you, the day that I will attempt to say, now I'm contesting, ni touch and go. Ni touch and go. Ni touch and go. Ni touch and go. Because I am investing in making sure that when I do it, it will happen. I am not like, yes, others have got their own political strategies where they try, zero, shan. I mean, that is their political strategy. But for me, I have this political strategy. So, at the moment, my role is that of a public lawyer. At the moment, my role is that of a public lawyer. I don't care whether you say, no, you are not a politician, you are just an analyst, you are just a socialite. I don't care. I know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is public, public, I'm a public lawyer, That's what I'm doing, And what does that mean, being a public lawyer? Being a public lawyer is, what are the issues that are emerging in public? Okay? What are the issues that are emerging in public? And how can I contribute to help people understand? Or how can I influence things? Hey, how can I, as a public lawyer, my job, number one, is to scan what is going on in the general public. What is going on? And depending on what's going on, I will either commend or I will criticize. I will either commend or I will criticize. I will also help. I want to help people understand issues. There are a lot of people that are bringing up issues in the public. And some of these people, they are not really sincere. They are not really sincere. So I need to come in and help people. Of course, it is from my perspective, from what I understand, which sometimes I may be wrong. It doesn't mean that, when I take a position, it doesn't mean that I am saying that I am the most wise. No. I say things from my perspective, which of course, sometimes I may be wrong, Sometimes you may be right and I may be wrong. Sometimes I'll be right and you are wrong. So it is from that perspective, because some people say, hey, because the problem is you think that you have the monopoly of wisdom. I don't claim to have the monopoly of wisdom. No. I simply put out issues from my perspective. From my perspective. It is not that I'm claiming to be, I have the whole wisdom. No, it's not that. It's not that. Then, in certain instances, I need to influence things. I know that this is, if we take this direction, this is good. So I need to influence things. Yes, I influence things. I influence things. I can influence, if I see that, for example, I will influence that you get jailed. Like people taking a presidential jet going to Turkey. When they come back, they start paying amaloni, washtamaya and whatever. I want to they have stolen. And if they have stolen, they should be jailed. They should be jailed. Unfortunately, And if you see a person who is innocent, I must be able to speak out. I must be able to speak out to defend justice. To defend justice. Like the issue of Bafred Sonyamba. Bafred Sonyamba, really, from my point of view, justice, I am praying tomorrow, I'm sure Irene Shimanga will deliver a judgment in the case of Malanji, now Bafred Sonyamba. But if you look at the two, Bafred Sonyamba, now Joe Malanji, I mean, clearly, you see the innocence of Bafred Sonyamba. You see the innocence. That man is innocent. From afar, you don't have to even come close. That man is innocent. And tomorrow, I am praying that Bafred Sonyamba will be acquitted. But Joe Malanji, I'm leaving it to the court. I'm leaving it to the court. But surely there is an issue there. There is an issue. Eh? There is an issue there. I mean, and some of these things, you even see what came out of court. But Malanji did not show really how he managed to get those two choppers, how he managed to get all those properties, how he managed to be depositing $200,000 per week in a bank, $200,000. Sharef Makwisa. Sharef Makwisa. I mean, you can only conclude that, look, Iran can divide. No, we went to Turkey on a presidential mission. What was the mission? What was the mission that they took our presidential jet going to Turkey? What was the mission? What was the mission? Vawela, Vambo deposit half 200 pin, 200 pin, 200 pin. Amaya ndawashta, finchna finch, ama chopa. Honestly. Honestly. And the thing is that, I mean, some of these people, you can't just tell me that, no, we are businessmen. We are businessmen. Where you are coming from, before you were in government, your business was not booming. Your business starts booming when you are in government. Your business starts booming when you go to Turkey. But, and these are issues that really, from my point of view as a public lawyer, need to speak on. Justice would not be served to the Zambian people if people who cannot account for their wealth are being set free. But justice will not be served if people, civil servants, who were simply doing their job, and because they are dragged in, I think it will be very unfair. It will be very unfair. So for tomorrow, I am praying that Bafred Sonyamba will be acquitted because that man is innocent. You don't see any of the corruption leading towards him. All the man did is do his job. His job, these people, they cooked up whatever story. We are buying property and whatever. They presented all the documents. And the man said, okay, here is the money. Go and buy what you want. Meanwhile, they go behind and they get the money. How does Bafred Sonyamba become criminally implicated? How is he criminally implicated? How? So I'm praying tomorrow. And this is part of what I do as a public lawyer. This is part of what I do as a public lawyer. And, some of you are saying, no, hey, you are always quarreling with people. What? No. Some of these things, I need to speak on them. I need to speak about them. No, now you want to fight Fred Membe. Hey, now you are fighting Vauden Findley. No, for me, I look at issues and how it is affecting my country, how it is affecting the people, and I take a position. I may take a position, to criticize. I may take a position, to commend. I may take a position to help people, go in a certain direction. That is my job. It is not the persons. It's not personal. It is about the issue. Of course, these issues comes from people. So this is why the names come in. But otherwise, really, it is about the issues. It is about the issues. And those of you who may agree with me today, you may not agree with me tomorrow. So, approach me from that perspective. Know that I'm not here to please you every day. If you take me to say, no, Tayali should speak according to what I think, then you are losing it. Then you will not like me, because tomorrow I'll say something that you will not agree. And then you start calling me, no, you are a flip-flop, you are a flip-flop. Tebu flip-flop. It is about the issue. It is about the issue. Today I can agree with Hakainde Hichilema on one thing. Tomorrow I will not agree with Hakainde Hichilema on another. It is as simple as that. Separate issues. Deal with issues. It's not about Hakainde Hichilema. It is not about Hakainde Hichilema. It is not about Fred Membe. It's not about Vauden Finley. It's not about whoever. No. It is about the issues. What are the issues? That is what I discuss. And I do this for my country because I want my country to go forward. I want my country to go forward. My objective will be, so Tefiawu president, Tema politics, I want my country to go forward. Now, when I want my country to go forward, and I see people every day, casting aspersion on our country, vilifying our country, denting the reputation of our country, I mean, I need to step in. I need to step in. Because there are some people who are hell-bent, to always discuss our country in the negative. And that is not acceptable for me. It's not acceptable for me, because if you are going to destroy my country today, you are making it more difficult for me when I will be president. If you are destroying our country today, and then I allow you, I just ignore, I'm making it difficult for myself when I will take over, because that day will come. That day will come when Chilufya Tayali will be Republican president of the Republic of Zambia. That day will come. But that day for my success is dependent on today. If my country is developing, even when I will be president, I'll move my country forward. Not you take a country in reverse and then you want to come in. You are saying you come and fix it. I mean, truth be told, President Hakainde Hichilema made this mistake. President Hakainde Hichilema made this mistake. President Hakainde Hichilema, when he was in opposition, he was always criticizing everything. He was always, everything. He never appreciated anything. He was always criticizing. That is retrogressive. That is taking back your country. And some of the problems that Hakainde Hichilema is sorting out now, they are as a result of what he created, the perception that he created on the country. I don't want to make the same mistake. I'm different. I'm Chilufya Tayali. I'm different. So, some of you like to say, hey, but even Hakainde Hichilema used to do that. Yeah, if Hakainde Hichilema was doing that, you want me to be doing the same thing? I learned from the mistakes of Hakainde Hichilema. I learned from the mistakes of Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema, together with my father, Banevas Mumba, at one point they went and had a press conference in South Africa. I criticized it. I said, no, you cannot be going to other countries and talk bad of our country. Hakainde Hichilema went to UK, where he gave a keynote speech when he was in opposition, and he spoke so negative about our country. I criticized all that. So even when you tell me to say, no, you are hypocritical. No, I'm not hypocritical. Me, I'm very consistent on those issues. There are very few issues that you will hear me that I have done a 360 degrees. There are very few issues. Not that they are not there, they are there, but there are very few issues. Because my principle runs in what I do, runs in my narrative. I have always criticized people that go out and speak bad of our country. I've always criticized them. I criticize Hakainde Hichilema. I criticize Banevas Mumba. I criticize anyone who goes out there and speak bad of the country. And so when I talk about Nakachinda going out there and speaking bad of our country, And people say, no, but even Hakainde was doing that. Yeah, from my point of view, I criticized him. And Nakachinda, I'm doing the same. And all others who are busy talking bad of our country, I'm criticizing them. It is wrong to go out of your country and speak bad of your country. It is very wrong. It is wrong that you should be going to these embassies. You go to that embassy. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? Those long letters that you are writing, Nakachinda, Namao Sampa, you go to the American embassy. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve if you start going to our embassies and talking bad of our country? What do you want to achieve? If not taking back our country, our country backwards. It doesn't mean that our country is free of challenges. We have our challenges. But doesn't America have its own challenges? Doesn't South Africa have its own challenges? Doesn't Britain have its own challenges? I mean, we have, especially at this point in time, many countries are going through challenges. Many countries. Don't be cheated. Don't be cheated. Many people, many countries are going through challenges. They are going through challenges. We have protests in many countries. Protests. Where? Tell me which country. Look at what is happening in Kenya. Kenya, there have been these protests. Look what is happening even in South Africa itself. There are issues. Even in Europe, there are issues. The Great Britain has its own issues there. There are issues there. Don't be cheated. There are issues. People who are staying there, I'm sure some of you are watching. Your situation now in Great Britain is not the same. We have people, we have protests coming up. We have people stealing. Ku Britain abantu takuli nchito, abantu wako etempia, and so many people are now going shoplifting. Crime is going up. America is the same. America is also having its own challenges. The only country that you can say at least things are looking good is China. China is doing good. But many countries are facing challenges. Many countries are facing challenges. And this is where, and this is where I talk about the issue of, I'm reacting to Bavowden Findlay. This is where I'm reacting to Bavowden Findlay. I mean, that article which he wrote, not that everything that he said in there were wrong. For example, the issue of taxing. Okay? Yeah, surely I don't believe, like even Hakainde Hichilema himself said that, I'm not, I don't like, taxing people too much. It is true. It is true when there are so many taxes. I mean, business becomes difficult. Business becomes difficult. But then again, we also have to look at the government has to make the money. So we need to balance up things. There are many taxes, but we should also consider government, because for government to run, it must tax people. That is the unfortunate part. It's a paradox. On one hand, we want money for our government. We want money to service our hospitals, our schools, our constituency development fund and everything. This money will not come from anywhere. It has to come from taxes and, the natural resources that we have. So, on one aspect, we do understand, I do agree. Some of the rules, they make things difficult. Today I was talking to one lady. She was telling me that she has got farms in Zambia. And, people, they do harvest. When they harvest, they send some of the dry foods, to Europe. And they have to apply for a permit. And recently, government introduced an online platform where you have to make an application to get that certificate for you to export the dry foods. But she applied for that certificate 2 weeks ago and she's still waiting. you know. And of course, this is not good for business. This is not good for business. So certain things, yes, we need to talk about them. Like this e-platform, Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture, people are complaining to say, what's going on? You have brought an e-platform, an online platform, which is supposed to be faster, but now things are even slowing down. What's going on? So those issues, yes, we need to talk about them. Then, now, where I don't agree with Vowden Findlay, and I'm doing this with utmost respect, not because Vowden Findlay, Nakwato Rupia, I want money from him. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. I mean, I know Vowden Findlay from a long time, you know. At one point, Charisma Hotel, which is owned by Vowden Findlay, was one of my clients. They used to run a software called Inky for a long time from India. And I was the local person that was, you know, managing, going there, sorting out the computers. So I know Vowden Findlay from a long time. This was, I think, you know, this was about 2009. 2009, 2010, somewhere there about. So I know Vowden Findlay. PF was in power. Vowden Findlay was very powerful. You know, I know Vowden Findlay. Okay, I know from that perspective. I've never gotten money from Findlay. You know, so I'm not approaching Vowden Findlay from a perspective to say, no, I want money from him. No. Not all businessmen give money. No. Not all businessmen give money to anyone. And I don't have that assumption that every businessman I meet will give me money. No. And not all businessmen have got money. That's one thing that you should know. Not all big businessmen have got money. It's not easy. It's not everyone who has money. It's not everyone. Some of these people, I'm not saying Findlay, I'm just telling you that I am aware of these issues. I've seen people with money. I know money. I know people with money. I know people that I can say, hey, can you help me? I'm not talking about Vowden Findlay because I'm looking for money. No, not at all. The issue is Vowden Findlay, I mean, we should give it to him. He's a businessman that has been there for a long time. You can't talk about businessmen in our country and you leave out Findlay. Findlay is a household name in business. So we need to talk about Findlay. And when he says something, I think it has an influence. He is on social media, he's posting things, and when people from outside, they Google about Zambia, Vowden Findlay will come up. And what Vowden Findlay says, it has an influence. It has an influence. He may not be, dishing out money here and there, whatever, but it has an influence. Vowden Findlay has an influence. He has an influence. So what he says, many people will get that. But I agree with him on a number of on some of those issues that he said. But where I don't agree with him, it is where you make it look like Zambia is the only country that is going through economic challenges. I think that is not fair. We should not create an impression that Zambia is the only country that is going through challenges. If anything, Zambia is doing much better. Our kwacha has appreciated and it has stabilized a bit. Those of you, mu economy, the kwacha has stabilized for some time because some people were thinking to say, the kwacha has appreciated, it will devalue. No, it has maintained its position for some time now. I think we are talking about this is like the third month since the kwacha started appreciating and maintaining that position. Inflation rate is going down. Inflation rate is going down. And I agree with President Hakainde Hichilema that if they maintain on that trajectory, we might have a single digit by the end of the year. Then we have the issues of debt. Of course, I mean, debt contraction is worrying, okay, because the UPND, they have also borrowed quite a bit. But at least there is these concession or debt restructuring that is in place. And if things continues, we can actually revive from there. We can actually revive. So my point is that, please don't think that Zambia is the only country that is going through challenges. A number of countries are going through challenges. A number of countries, Nigeria, South Africa, a number of countries are going through economic challenges. That is for sure. But over and above that, it is the issue of political instability. That ka issue, Vavauden Findri, that ka issue muvikilemo kadati, political instability. That ka issue amdala kalamwa chivika mwa findri kariaba mdala kariaba findri at political instability. That one is very big, wamdala. That one is very big. And that is what drew my attention. That is what made me to start to talk about you tonight. Kalamwa chivika mwa mdala mwa chivika mwa Namulanda, you spoke. Fisumave, okay, nicely, like a businessman. The moment you brought in that political instability, no. Bamdala kalamwa vika mokalia, kalamwa chivika mokalia. Awe, kalamwa chilufya nge kalaba mdala. Kalia ni mpiri shiria mwa chivika mo. Nice food, elo mwa isa vika mo ifi mpiri. Bad. Political instability. Political instability is huge. Political instability is at the center of economic development. Anyone who wants to invest in a country, anyone who wants to go to a country, they think about political stability. What is the political situation? Now, if we are going to have people like Vafindli saying political instability, no. Kariaba mdala kalia. That one is big. That one spoils everything. That one calls for a public lawyer. It calls for a public lawyer. Kalakena kada kachibana nkane. Where is my phone? Kachibako. Kamile terere kalaba mdala. Pokwa tintampo kumilanda po. Kalia, at political instability mdala. I want just to make sure that I'm not quoting this man wrongly. Yeah. Yeah. You see, applaud ourselves. Yeah, political, not political. I want to correct that. Not political instability, political uncertainty. Political uncertainty. Okay? Political uncertainty. Of course, that is a soft language. Political uncertainty. Political uncertainty. You are not sure. Where will the politics go? Political uncertainty. Yeah, not political instability. I've corrected that. You see, that's why I'm good, because I want to be objective. You should be patient. So imagine the number of issues, but he spoke about political uncertainty. Now, this, in a way, you are not sure which way things will go. Which way things will go, you don't know. But I want to tell you, Bafing, that it casts a doubt in people, especially people outside, especially investors. Those investors that you want, when you start saying, in Zambia there is political uncertainty, you make them skeptical. You make them doubt. At the moment, we cannot talk about political uncertainty. But finally, we can't talk about political uncertainty, especially from a person like you. We can't talk about political uncertainty. Because Hakainde Hichilema is winning 2026 general elections. Is winning 2026 general elections. And we should start speaking about this now. We should start speaking about this because this will bring about confidence in the UPND government. It will bring about, those investors to comfortably come into our country and invest, knowing that there will not be change. So some of us, when we are saying 2026, Hakainde Hichilema should continue, we are not just saying this because Turefo Kudiamo. We are saying this because once people buy Shibat, no, this is the government that is going to continue. Already, you are investing in the next term. You are investing in post-elections. So we need to invest in post-elections. We shouldn't create doubt in people because definitely Hakainde Hichilema is coming. I'm supporting and I'm saying Hakainde Hichilema should come back because I want people to have confidence in the UPND government and President Hakainde Hichilema. And this is where I say that, changing governments every 5 years, it is not progressive. It is not progressive because it brings these uncertainties. It brings these uncertainties, and we don't need these uncertainties. We need the confidence. Once there is confidence in the country, investment will flow in. Investment will flow in. So let us settle this. Let us move past these political uncertainties or political instabilities. Let us make sure that we pass this. Yes, the opposition, you can talk about the opposition. No, the opposition, but what about the opposition? It is not all the time that we should be changing government. Just because Zambia is a plural democracy, then we should be changing government. We should changing governments. Sometimes we should be able to agree that we are in opposition to offer checks and balances. We should be patient. So the opposition, it's not that I'm ruling out the opposition at this point in time. I'm not ruling them out. They should be there. But their job for now, let them offer checks and balances. Let them offer checks and balances and allow Hakainde Hichilema to continue. Because changing government will cost our government. It will cost us money. We need to fire people and employ others. I mean, our jobs in government are political. Our jobs in government are political, which is something that we should move away from. I hope Hakainde Hichilema, when he comes back in the next term, he will consider more of professionals than these cadres. Of course, people also learn. So those cadres who have learned, let's keep them. But those who have continued being cadres, let's give them something else. And let's bring in professionals. But these are things that we should be talking about as opposition to support Hakainde Hichilema. When we support Hakainde Hichilema, we are actually making our country better. We are moving forward. So some of you, you are talking like this because you want to come back. If we speak positively of our country, we are creating jobs. That's what Finlay is talking about to say unemployment. We are creating jobs. If we speak positively, we are attracting investment in our country. If we speak positively, we are growing our economy. We are helping Hakainde Hichilema. If every day you are busy talking about Hakainde Hichilema, this Hakainde Hichilema is very bad. Yeah, Hakainde Hichilema is very bad. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema is very tribal. Hakainde Hichilema doesn't forgive. And yet, Hakainde Hichilema, I mean, has forgiven so many people. He has forgiven so many people. If you count, if you were to count a number of people that have been forgiven, there are more than those that are still in prison or they are still going to court. I can assure you all that just that, I mean, I cannot be, if I start mentioning names, some of these people, you know, your attention will go to them. I don't want to mention their names, but there are a number of them that have been forgiven. And like I was saying yesterday, a good example is when Hakainde Hichilema won power. How many people went to prison because Hakainde Hichilema is in power? How many people did Hakainde Hichilema follow? Because, yeah, now I'm in power because you said something. You, Chilufya Tayali, you wrote something about me. Now you should go. No, I'm in court and I'm in exile. Not because of what I wrote about Hakainde Hichilema when he was in opposition. No. It is about what I said after. Unrelated to Hakainde Hichilema getting power. No. Unrelated. And so many other people, whatever issues that they have, it has got nothing to do with because Hakainde Hichilema is president. And yet, we are busy. Hey, no, Hakainde Hichilema is very bad. Hakainde Hichilema has got a bad heart. And most of you who say Hakainde Hichilema has got a bad heart, for a moment you can stop and ask yourself, what is it that Hakainde Hichilema has done? What is it that Hakainde Hichilema has done to you that you can say Hakainde Hichilema is a very bad man? What? Many of you have just been fed by the propaganda of the PF, who have vilified this man and made him to look very bad, like he's a monster. But if you really sit for a moment and ask yourself to say, what has Hakainde Hichilema done to me for me to say Hakainde Hichilema is a bad man? What has he done? Most of you, it is the propaganda. You hate Hakainde Hichilema because of the propaganda. You hate Hakainde Hichilema because of the propaganda. You don't even know Hakainde Hichilema. You have never even interacted with him personally. You have not. But just the propaganda. And of course, na inewe inapokutina wako guilty. Kaina inewa listen, bali mbikam. Even me, but I asked myself this question. I said, Hakainde Hichilema, how did I know Hakainde Hichilema? How bad is he? And I'm sure most of you can agree with me. Mumfwavi, Hakainde. And you have taken it that way. You have taken it that way. But give a man chance. Hakainde Hichilema has forgiven many people, more people than those who are inside. Hey, no, but Hakainde Hichilema, even when you stop talking, even when you are supporting them, taverera wa UPND, taverera. I mean, there is a rule of law. There is a rule of law. There is no way Hakainde Hichilema is just going to be dishing out forgiveness certificates. Hey, Chitotela, forgiveness certificate. Hey, Malanji, forgiveness certificate. Hey, Bowman, forgiveness. No. There is a law, Mwebantu. There is a law. Hey, Kambwili, forgiveness certificate. No. There is a law. There is a law. A president is not just there to just come and wake up. Tayali is speaking very good. He's speaking very good these days. Yeah, he's speaking very good. Hey, Tayali, your cases are written off. No, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. And if you understand the issues, you will understand Hakainde Hichilema. Because some of you are saying, hey, come back, Kaidi. Hey, you are saying, Hakainde Hichilema is good. You come back. It doesn't happen like that. It's not that Hakainde Hichilema wants me to be in prison. But I've got cases which are in court. Cases which are in court. And when a case is in court, it doesn't just go anyhow. Even if Hakainde Hichilema is saying, hey, let that case go. No, it doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that. You need to understand this. It's the same thing. One time I told you that, you know, Kapokola, Ukukubika Maseos, it's easy. But taking you out is very difficult. I said this one time. I spoke about this. A policeman, to throw you in the cells, it's very easy. You can just quarrel with a policeman, and the policeman will throw you in cells. Okay? Just a quarrel. A policeman who is unprofessional, emotional, will throw you in the cells. It is easy. But to take you out, it's difficult. Why is it difficult? Because once you are thrown in cells and you are coming out, depending on how you come out, you can go after the government. You can go after the government. And all those people who work in government, they know the danger of being careless or allowing people to come back and sue government. Because all of us, if we are going to sue the government is going to be broke. The government is going to be broke. So, a unprofessional police officer will throw you muscles. But to take you out, they want to take you out in such a way that tomorrow you don't sue the government. That's why you see these admission of guilt, misconduct. Because they don't want you to go and sue the government. It is the same thing when your case is in court. When your case is in court, even if the president doesn't want you to be in court or doesn't want you to be prosecuted, cases in court are not just withdrawn. No. When your case is in court, it is serious, Baba. It is serious. So don't just say, hey, government, UPND tabelela. Hey, okay, ngabalela, you come back. My cases are in court, Baba. My cases are in court. Even Haka Engagement doesn't have powers to phone our court to say, hey, can you withdraw those cases for Chilufya Tayali? It doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that. So you need to understand. Hey, no, hey, but Kambwili, whatever. But he's inside. I mean, Kambwili's cases, yes, he might have stopped, but Kambwili's cases were in court. Even there was a judgment, then there was an appeal. What was Hakainde Hichilema going to do? Eh? What was Hakainde Hichilema going to do? What was Hakainde Hichilema going to do? What was he going to do? Oh, what can he do even now? What can he do? Eh? Bakambwili can even be issuing good statements about Hakainde Hichilema. He can even endorse Hakainde Hichilema. It doesn't mean that Hakainde Hichilema will just walk in that prison and say, hey, Kambwili, come on, out. It doesn't work out like that. There are laws to be followed. So please, understand these issues. Don't put it on a man to say, no, this man doesn't forgive. This man, he's got a bad heart. No. No. It doesn't happen like that. Eh? It doesn't happen like that. There are laws to be followed. When your case is in court, even just police. When you are arrested, you are thrown in cells. To come out of there, don't just be there talking English. Hey, yeah, I'm going to whatever. Take me out of here. Hey, my lawyer is coming. They will just be looking at you. They will not release you. Because some of you make this mistake and you think that you are going to threaten the police. They will not be threatened. They will not, especially when you are speaking that English. You are making things worse because now they are thinking to say, if we release this person, tomorrow he will take us to task. So now they have to come up with something for you to be released. Now, what about Kumakoti? It is the same thing. So please understand, because I've heard a lot of people saying, no, Hakainde Hichilema doesn't forgive. Hey, look at this one is in prison, especially Paddy Bakambwili. It's not that I'm not sympathizing with Bakambwili. I'm sympathizing with Bakambwili. But as much as I sympathize with Bakambwili, I must also understand President Hakainde Hichilema and the governance. Because some of these issues, these are issues that we will turn around and accuse Hakainde Hichilema. Some of these issues are issues that we can even come and lift his immunity. Makebi Zulu, I always talk about this case. Makebi Zulu had Mtembonchito in the cells for a knowledge that he entered for Matani. The DPP has got powers, has got powers to enter a Nole. The DPP has got powers to enter a Nole. Mutembo Nchito entered a Nole on Matani. And Makebi Zulu, working with Edgar Lungu, they hounded out Mutembo Nchito out of the office of the DPP. And they just didn't hound him out. They made sure he went Muma cells, Mutembo Nchito. He went Muma cells over a Nole, for which he has got powers to enter a Nole as a DPP. But Makebi Zulu made sure that Mutembo Nchito was locked up. So some of these issues, please understand. Those who are in government, understand people. Don't just say, hey, hey, okay, you come back. Yeah, I may be talking to Hakainde Ichilema. We are talking nicely. Hey, things are okay. But when it comes to court issues, it's another issue. It's another issue. Hey, come back, Kaidi. Hey, come back. Hey, come back. Since you come back. My cases are in court. My cases are in court. I'm not saying, I'm guilty. No. That is another issue. But I want you to understand when you are saying, hey, come back. Hey, you PND Taverela. Those are the issues. The rule of law. The rule of law. Following the rule of law. Hakainde Ichilema cannot just say, hey, this one out. Hey, this one out. You can praise and praise and praise. But he has got limits. So, my point is, we are trying to move our country forward. You cannot be verifying the president. What? Even things that he has not done. I also watched a video. Here kwa Kasonde Mwenda. Kasonde Mwenda, no, the UN have withdrawn support from Zambia because of corruption. Come on. I reluctantly, mention people like Kasonde Mwenda because those are people that I need to work with. Kasonde Mwenda is the person that I need to work with, But, softly, I think that is misleading people. What is this? Again, let me go to it so that I am... I want this one. Kasonde Mwenda. I kept that video. They're
also cutting down funding here to health HIV/AIDS. They are also now leaving. The United Nations by UN/AIDS. They are also leaving Zambia. They are also cutting down funding here to health HIV/AIDS. They are also now leaving. Americans and USAID, Zambia, by the kind of funding. The UN also, United Nations, which is the biggest organ now in the world, is also now leaving Zambia. Simply because, Zambia, they are saying, we have failed to fight corruption under this government. It is endemic. Mamuchima, my Minister of Health, Badi Beba, at number by UN8, Bala Chefia Ko, Bala no Kuyamone Nifio.
Now,
UN8's regional director.
Actually, now let me listen to the statement. Listen to the statement. Kasonde Mwenda himself is reading. He's saying UN is withdrawing. Okay, UN is withdrawing from Zambia because of corruption. But now listen to the reason That's why they withdrew.
Minister of Health, Badi Beva, at number ba UN8, Bala Chefiako, Bala no Yamone Nifio, by UN8's regional director, Anne Siongwe, after a meeting with Health Minister Elijah Mchima on sustainability of national AIDS response, indicated that UN8s who have a reduced presence in Zambia due to funding cuts. Funding is coming to a cut.
Do you hear? Much on the on the window. Just listen. Just listen.
UN AIDS regional director, Anne Siongwe, after a meeting with Health Minister Elijah Mchima on sustainability of national AIDS response, indicated that UN8s who have a reduced presence in Zambia due to funding cuts. Funding is coming to a cut. But now for government to understand my way.
So, you see, UN is reducing, its support. They are actually not going like USAID went. USAID went. Why did USAID go? USAID went because Donald Trump cut it. Okay? Donald Trump closed that. He closed it. So it is not because Zambia is corrupt. Zambia is... No, it is not because of that. It is because, that organization or that funding was stopped by Donald Trump. Then, the UN, when he has even read it, they are reducing. It's not that they are going. They are simply reducing. Because of what? Because of funding cut. Funding cut from where? From UN itself. Because America is not giving as much. And other countries as well, they are not giving as much. I already told you that we have economic contraction in the world. We have a global contraction in the world. And as a result, organizations such as the UN, they are also having challenges. They are being affected because people are not giving, countries are not giving them money as they used to. And therefore, they need to cut on their funding in a number of countries, including Zambia. But here is Kasonde Mwenda talking like, because of corruption. You see, this is misleading. This is misleading. And this is where I come in. Yes, let's offer checks and balances. But let's offer, let's be sincere when we offer checks and balances. Let us not mislead people deliberately. Even when we now Kasonde Mwenda is an educated man. He's more educated than I am. And he even reads it. That they are reducing because of funding cuts. Funding cut, meaning the people, the countries or organizations that fund the UN, they have cut their support. And therefore, they don't have the money. So they need to reduce on how the help that they give to different countries. But there you are. You start bringing in this and that and that. If you're Kana. If you're Kana, we are not building our country if we are going to take this trajectory. And I reluctantly, I've been reluctant to talk about Kasonde Mwenda. Kasonde Mwenda is a good guy. I like the guy, but we need to be sincere. We need to be sincere. But Findlay is a businessman who, what he says, a lot of people will take it out. A lot of people will take it. That man has got huge influence. So, some of these things to say political uncertainty, because you're supposed to be supporting government. A businessman supports government of the day. A businessman is supposed to support government of the day. A businessman is not supposed to create doubt in the government that is there. When you are saying political uncertainty, you are basically casting, a vote of no confidence in a government. And I don't think, Wafindri, you want to go in that direction. I don't think you want to go in that direction. I don't think so. I don't think so, I'm done. I don't think so, I'm done. I'm sure you understand me. I don't think you want to go in that direction. I don't think you want to go in that direction where you start throwing, casting a vote of no confidence in the government. He is not the best. He is not the best. He is not the best. That is for sure. But at the moment, is the man that we have, and at least he's trying. At least he's trying. On that basis, I am supporting him. I'm not supporting him because I want to come back. Like I've told you, on that basis, I'm supporting him. I want our country to move forward. We can't afford to change a government. We can't afford to change the government next year. We can't. We can't. Nishizambia yawerera kunuma bad kind. Bad kind. So, you, the business community, you need to support the UPND. Support the UPND. A number of you who have got voices, give confidence in the UPND. Whatever challenges that they are having, let's talk about them. We shouldn't fear to engage the government. We should engage the government. But please, let us give confidence to this government. Let us give a morale boost in Hakainde Hichilema. I'm sure even Hakainde Hichilema is getting surprised to say, hey, this guy, I know what I'm doing. It's not just about Hakainde Hichilema. It's about my country. It's about my country. It is about my country. I am doing this because we can't afford. We can't afford. And what is your take on KBF? What should I say about KBF? What should I say about KBF? Lekeni muleke oke ni brulo wandiu jana na alamuleka kofi na alamshamu. KBF. So far, I've got no need to talk about KBF. There is no need for me to talk about KBF. When he's doing politics, I mean, some of these things are politics. KBF is a politician. And you see, this is the difference. When you look at KBF, KBF is a politician. Kasondemwenda is a politician. But Finlay is a businessman. An astute businessman. A man that has been in business for a long time. So, Arena Kasondemwenda, they can be talking like it's my politics. Who is this one? KBF can be saying this my politics. But when Finlay speaks, when Finlay speaks, it's another issue. That's why I'm addressing it. That's why I'm addressing it. Kasondemwenda can say anything. Nankane, Uyuntwan Kane, Given Lubinda can say anything. Nakachinda can say anything. You know, they can say, Hakainde Hichilema is going, Hakainde Hichilema. They are politicians. Even when people listen to them, they look at them from that perspective. But when Finlay speaks, casting doubt in the government, it means a lot. It means a lot. But from my point of view, Hakainde Hichilema is continuing. And he should continue for the good of the country. We can't afford to change the government next year. Whether you like Hakainde Hichilema or not, trust me, we can't afford to change the government next year. So, people, let's just start supporting Hakainde Hichilema. Let's just start supporting Hakainde. Not for his person. Not for, no, because he's good. No, because of Kwenyu. What? For the good of our country. Not because of Kwenyu. Get me right. Not because of Kwenyu. I'm not Kwenyurating anything here. I am talking about the stability of our country, the progression of our country. Hakainde Hichilema, whatever they are doing, at least they are moving forward. We are not moving backwards. We are not carrying money in more presidential jet. Those things are gone. We don't have cadres, flashing money anyhow. At least the resources of the country are being harnessed properly. At least it's not that there is no corruption. There is corruption. But at least, there is some semblance of order. There is some semblance of discipline. So at least let's allow Hakainde Hichilema for that reason to continue. Mungu Fwikisha wino. Don't think that, no, Dad is saying this because he wants to come back. No, it is not about that. It is not about that. Believe me, it is not about me coming back to Zambia. I know my fate. I know everything. I know how government works. I know when your case is in court. I know it is not dependent on Hakainde Hichilema. It is not. It is you who are being naive to think that, no, because you are praising Hakainde Hichilema, just come back. No, I know how it works. I know how these things work. You can't just come back and then boom. Hey, because the other day I was talking to Hakainde Hichilema, so now, I've come back. You must be a fool. You would be a fool. I'm telling you. You would be a fool. Eh? Muma system bali wika. Mwana nkane mudia mma computer bali wika. Tayari fugitive. Eh? The moment you are just arriving, buying shakari sinakowe mcomputer mudia. Eh? Basanga ni red alert. Ikatengi. Eh? Bafianta. You think Hakainde Hichilema will come and say, I was talking to him the other day, please take him out. You think so? It won't work like that. Government doesn't work like that. It doesn't work out like that. It's not about Hakainde Hichilema. It's not about Hakainde Hichilema. So, I am saying this for the good of our country. We can't afford to change government. And worse off, the opposition that we have at the moment is not organized. Who is going to be president? Eh? Who is going to be president? Yes, there are people, there are good people. I can talk about Munduvire. I can say, yeah, Munduvire can be president. But Munduvire, who is he going to rule with? Eh? Who is he going to rule with? A president does not rule alone. You must have a team around you. Who has a team? Who has a team? Eh? Eh? No, but Fred Membe. But Fred Membe, why can't you have a tribalism? Ati no, eba opposition. Eh? Il y a opposition, il y a Fred Membe, but Fred Membe. Il y a tribalism. Is that opposition? Eh? At no muntu wa wana nkani wa woyo, at nani uyu? Shishua. Is that opposition? Eh? Is that opposition? I am very disappointed. And again, this is not about personal Kuliwa Membe. Don't get it wrong. I'm not being personal Kuliwa Membe. I am talking about his, insensible appetite of bringing tribe on any issue. Any issue, tribe. Any issue, tribe. What's going on? Eh? Shishua. He's a doctor, he's a university professor. But this man and his statements, bear with me. Go and read his statements. A number of his statements, they have got a tribal undertone. Eh? He doesn't look at things objectively. It is not that the government is right in everything. No. There are things that we need to talk about. But why should you bring in tribe every time? Iwa shishua. Why should you bring in tribe every time? Who Professor Washanu? Who Professor Washanu? Shishua. Never Fred Membe. Why do you always bring in tribe? Why do you always bring in tribe? If you bring in tribe. You bring in tribe. Hey, tribe. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema is tribe. Hey, government is tribe. What kind of a professor are you? Eh? Because you are the people that, our country should be looking up to. You should be our assets. That when you speak, you will give direction to the country. You will speak scientifically. Eh? Other than some of us who speak mostly out of our opinions and emotions. From your point of view, Imwaba Shishua, as a professor, you as a professor in a university, you with the academic accreditation, We should be looking up to you to give us, scientific positions. But where is your scientific position? Where is your scientific position? You are worse than me, a politician. I am more objective than you, Shishua. You are supposed to be a person that should be guiding us, that should be helping us politicians. But you are worse than a politician. No wonder I believe that you are a bitter person. Because before, when Edgar Lungu was in power, you were highly critical of Edgar Lungu. Highly critical of Edgar Lungu. You were supporting the UPND. But the moment they didn't give you the job that you wanted, you turned rogue. You turned rogue and started fraternizing with the person that you were verifying heavily, Edgar Lungu. And from there on, there is nothing good about Hakainde Hichilema. There is nothing good. And this is why you see bitter people. Bitter people, they never see anything positive in another person. They never. They never. Everything, they will find something. Everything, they will find something to bring in. I mean, fine. It is a democratic right. But what I'm against is you bringing in this issue of tribe. You want to divide our country on tribal lines. Why are you bringing tribe in everything? And some of you might be wondering to say, but what are you talking about? A good example, Maria Zaromes. Maria Zaromes issue, even me, I was against when Maria Zaromes was not arrested. I was against. And we were all urging the police and we were talking about the rule of law. By UPND, can you, whatever. You never heard me talk about tribe. But from nowhere, Shishua brings in the issue of tribe. From nowhere, a murder case, okay? A murder case. How does tribe come in? How does tribe come in? How? Tell me, you people, because you might, no, but Tayali, you talk too much, whatever. Tell me, how did Shishua bring in tribe in the issue of murder? How? What did it have to do? No, police are not arresting, they are not going to arrest Maria Shishua because she's lost. How? How many losses are in the cells right now? How many losses are in the cells? How many losses are in jail right now? Some of them UPND cadres. Some of them UPND cadres. They are in the cells. You remember there was a clash in Western Province, where some UPND cadres rose up to fight those others from the other, or from those who talk about land, the land issue, the Barroso issue. Some cadres were arrested. I don't know. I mean, what is the status? But I mean, honestly, where did you see a policeman wanting to arrest you and first he asks your tribe? What really matters if there is a crime? Does a police officer first look at your tribe to say, what is your tribe? Before they arrest you? Really? A murder case has happened. Do you think the police think about the tribe before they arrest you? And this is a professor, so-called a professor, talking like that. Talking like that. Excuse me, I'm eating. This is the water that, I'm like drinking. And these are the so-called educated. These are the so-called academia that we have. Shishua. Who sees everything in the lens of tribe. Everything in the lens of tribe. Now, Maria Zaromes, Isaac Sakala, where am I lying? You didn't see Shishua saying Maria Zaromes is not going to be arrested because she's lousy. Anyway, now Maria Zaromes has been arrested. Maria Zaromes has been arrested. She has even been charged. She's inside. She has been incarcerated. What is you, Shishua saying now? Eh? With your education, with your doctorate, what are you saying? What are you saying? Shishua, what are you saying? Maria Zalomesi is in prison, is in custody right now. What are you saying now? Has she changed? Has she become Bemba now? Or has she become Tonga? I mean, what? Eh? What has Maria Zalomesi changed her tribe? Because she's inside. You are saying, no, she's not going to be arrested because she's lousy. Now, she's inside. She has been charged, incarcerated. Has she turned into a Bemba? Or she's coming from Edgar Lungu's village, which is not even known. Eh? So this is what prompts me to talk. This is why I come in when I see people like Shishua. I need to talk about them. I need to call them out. I mean, you cannot be writing those long theses full of, tribalism, eh? Full of hate against that kind of Ichilem, bitterness against that kind of Ichilem. I know. You want to do politics. If you want to do politics, join politics. So that we can consider you in the category of Venake BF, Avenanaka Chinda. Eh? Not masquerading as an academia, as an expert, and yet you are bringing unsubstantiated issues. Eh? This issue of tribe, no, it's too much. Now I'm afraid. I'm afraid na Shishua. They are like, they have got an agenda. Like they have got an agenda to divide our country on tribal lines. Eh? They are playing with this, They are really playing with this. And they are putting, the northern part and the eastern part together. Eh? But Fred member wants he wants to identify himself more of a northerner than who he is. Than who he is. Eh? I mean, you rarely hear Fred member talk lousy. He usually wants to speak Bemba. Politics cover. He wants to speak Bemba. But, me a Bemba guy, when I hear a friend talking, you don't hear him speak lousy. Bamdara, even when you are speaking Bemba, your Bemba sounds lousy. Even when you are speaking Bemba, in case somebody has never told you, your Bemba is rosy. It's rosy Bemba. It's rosy Bemba. We can tell. We feel for you. We sympathize with you to say, Bamdara, why can't you just speak in rosy? Even HH's Bemba is even better than your friend member. Bamdara. Kwati waleverenga ibuku. I'm telling you. That's why I'm a politics here. That's why kutukuka. Because your political strategies are not good. Zambians are not tribal. Zambians, generally, they are not tribal. Zambians are not tribal, generally. They are not. Look at the intermarriages. Right now I'm talking, one of my nephews, from my let me know. Oh, but anyway, I mean, my sister, actually not only one, but from my father's side, my father only had one girl. And this girl, she's married to a Tonga. The children that she has, they are Tongas. The children that they have, they are Tongas. Me, Chilufya Tayali, I have got my nephews and nieces. They are Tonga. Eh? And of course, I'm not the only one. A lot of people, a lot of members are married to Tongas. A lot of people are married to Tongas. The intermarriages are just so much. Now, tribe. So, how are you going to resolve? How are you going to develop with your politics? With the way our society is so intermingled. Our society is so intermingled on, tribal. We have so many people. There are so many people. We are not tribal. We are not tribal. When did you hear? No, you cannot marry this one because he's Tonga. You cannot marry this one because he's Lozi. And the children that we have, I mean, look at them. They are mixed. They are mixed. And you want to bring in tribe. Hey, haka inde ichile ma tribe. Hey, haka inde ichile ma tribe. Haka inde ichile ma tribe. No, come on. Come on. I'm telling you, that's why I'm a politician. You are failing. You are failing. Socialist is a failed party. Socialist is a failed party. Tapari okomukaya na ama elections yale isa. 2026 is coming. You are going to contest, my friend. I can guarantee you. My friend, mkakwata na 50,000 votes. Muka electoral no wapona. If you are going to have 50,000 votes, 50,000, not even 100,000 to win an election in Zambia, you win more than 2 million. You need more than 2 million votes. But my friend, membingabaka kwata 50,000. 50,000. Why? It is because of this kind of policies. This kind of politics where you want to bring tribe, you want to make tribe an issue. You want to make tribe an issue. No. And you go in a northern hook side, you come at northern. Northerners, I mean, you cannot put the northerners together. Some people think that, no, the northerners and the easterners, they can come together and whatever. You can't. You can't. You can't group the northerners in tribe to say, hey, northerners, because in the southern they vote like this. Then in the, not that side. Not that side. Not that side. Not that side. That is why you are failing in your politics. Vamdala, you have got money. You are more exposed. My friend, member, you are more exposed. You have got money, you have got government. You shake hands with presidents. I'm sure bala milongera kono ku milongera ko didanga moya didamwaile ku Venezuela. Na kaba ku Venezuela, imo you were there. Supporting Maduro. Mwakumana no kukumana. I'm sure bala milongera kono to ku milongera ko kabie. When you are launching a party, Brazilians came. You are so exposed. And financially, much better off. But your political career compared to mine, you are like 0.1%. I'm doing far much better than you. Far much better. Far much better, Amdala. Far much better than you. And these are facts. These are facts. It is because of the way you approach politics. Imagine more Amdala, Fred Membe. If I had the money that you have, if I had the exposure that you have, Bamdara nganafika kwisi. Nomba imwe, na exposure mwakwata. Mula amufialo. You hop from one country to the other. One conference, one big conference to the other. Even being given a platform to speak. But in Mwaisa Zambia, ama vote sitakuji. Ama vote sitakuji. Why? Nangu nga mwaikala mwambo kulanda na wanani na wamusomali wenu. You go live mwatampo kulanda. Who watch you? Who watch you? Who watch you? Because you want to speak Bemba which you are not fluent in. Don't speak Bemba which you are not fluent in, Mdala. Imuwa Mdala. Yashani yo. Yashani. Yashani. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be who you are and look at issues. Not if my issues muleta mwisha tribal. Hey, hakainde ichilema, bitterness, chan. Wana imo amdala. Yashan. They can here take hakainde ichilema. Let's be reasonable. That's what I'm talking about. Let's be reasonable. Not, we can criticize hakainde ichilema. We should criticize hakainde ichilema. But reasonably, objectively. Not if Maria Shimuleta Mefia tribal. Shishua. You are a professor. You are an educated man. Give us data which we can work with. Not if you are tribe. Nonsense. No, Hakainde Ichilema's appointment. They are all tribe. Do you really think Hakainde Ichilema, when he gets recommendations, he looks at the names? Do you really think Hakainde Ichilema says, I'm going to appoint this one because he's Tonga? Do you really think he does that? Do you really think he does that? No, yeah, this one, Tonga, okay, yes. This one, Bemba, no. Do you really think he does that? But why do you want to make, and how many people recently, how many people have been fired who are Tongas? How many? How many people have been fired recently? In this very government, there are a number of Tongas. There was that PS for Agriculture, Mutonga. He was fired. PS, he was fired. There is that man who was the ZCCM, I think, director or something. He was Tonga, fired. There is another person who do I remember? There is this Zema guy who is on the run. Tonga guy, out. There are a number of people who are Tongas who have been fired. And there are a number of people from other regions who have been appointed. Government is big, Mwebantu. And if we were to take government, we take a list of people in government. How many people do you think are going to be Tongas? Do you think the number of Tongas is more than those coming from the northern and eastern part? If today we were to list government people, or let's just talk about government appointments. Shishua, you are a professor. Prove to me that Hakainde Ichilema is tribal. Can you put all the appointments yako Hakainde Ichilema? Bring all the appointments yako Hakainde Ichilema. Let's see how many people are Tonga there. Let's see how many people are Tonga. I'm challenging you. Shishua. We that's what umfire na umfwa. Now umfwa shishua. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Tomorrow, bring all the appointments yako Hakainde Ichilema. Yes, Garin Kombo fired. Garin Kombo fired. Bring, put list all the appointments yako Hakainde Ichilema. Let's see. And don't just follow the names. When you say it's Tonga, make sure that the name is correct. Because like I'm telling you, me I've got nieces and nephews who are Tonga. And yet their names, they are Bemba. Because my brothers and sisters, they name them after, either my father or my aunt and whatever. But their fathers are Tonga. So how can you even tell? This time around, you can't just say, oh, hey, this is Chilufya. And you assume that the person is Tonga. No. Because some people, the names, they are from the other side. So it's very unfair. It's very unfair for us to continue labeling Hakainde Ichilema as tribal. I don't think it's fair. Shishua, you can do better. You are a professor. You are a professor. Do better. Don't be so bitter. Don't worry. Do your politics right. I'll come and appoint you. I'll come and appoint you. I know you want to be in government. Don't pretend you want to be in government, Shishua. But just, moderate the way you're coming out. I'll be paying attention to my articles. I do actually read your articles anyway. Though they are awfully wrong, they are awfully long. They are awfully long. Summarizing your points is also part of intelligence, if you don't know. Summarizing your point is also part of intelligence. So some of these articles that you write, which are very long, it makes you wonder to say, Professor, Yashani, Anyway, I'm opening phone lines now. Vane, tribalism is not fair. It's not fair. Let's spare Aka in the Ichilema. Let us not be so bitter against Aka in the Ichilema. Let's support him. It is for the good of our country. If we support Aka in the Ichilema, we are restoring confidence in our country. We will invite a investment in our country. Even when you travel out, things will be easier for you because the reputation of our country will be good. Some of us who have been traveling, we have come to appreciate. Having a Zambian passport. Having a Zambian passport is very, very important. Yes, phone lines are open now. You can call in and make your own comment on anything. No, Aka in the HM is trying. It's not the best. I will repeat that. I will say it over and over. It's not the best, it's not perfect, but he's trying. Look at even the Finefima case in South Africa. Aka in the HM has really tried. No, Aka in the HM be pomutima. Guys. Let's spare the man. Tamulefo okulanda popali shishua. Imani shitamwa mwana shishua tis tribal. Vale kiba shishua. I wonder if my network is okay. I've received an interesting text message here, but anyway, it's not for me to put out here. Chilishani network takuri ku Zambia because it's not like it. Network ya shupa. I don't know what's happening with the phone line. Because akaka line yaka. There is no way that I would have all these people listening and no one wants to talk now. There is no way. That he should just continue with academic literature. Yeah, he should continue with academic literature. Kulembefia mano. Not if yalele mbawe, shishua uleke. They have no network, Kuzambia. It looks like so. It looks like so. There's no network. Anyway, I think I've delivered. I've made my point, and just summing it up. Basically, I think we need to be fair with Haka in the Ichilema. Let us not just accuse him things anyhow. No, Haka in the Ichilema has got a bad heart. I can assure you that there are more people that have been helped. If I could use that word. There are more people that have been helped than those that have gone to prison. There are more. But even those now, abalimu prison, nabalimu in the courts, don't think that Haka in the Ichilema can simply come in to say, no, because this is Chilufya Tayali, remove the case from court. It doesn't work out like that. oh no, this is Kambwili, he's in prison, remove him. It doesn't work out like that, you know. So we need to also understand President Hakainde Hichilema that, you know, he has to maintain governance. Yeah, people are calling me on this line. It means this one is a problem. Yeah. Then Abena Shishua, first before Shishua, Bavard and Findley and other businessmen, I want to say, please, let's support government. We can't afford to change government. So let us speak in a manner that will restore confidence in this government than to start creating doubt. Let us avoid that. Shishua, please, let's avoid being tribal. You are an academician. You are supposed to be giving us, you know, facts that we can be referring to, other than, you know, the the tribalism that you are trying to infuse in the Zambian people's minds. But Fred Membe, you could also avoid that. Maybe you could do better politically. I think I end there. Thank you very much for following. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia, and good night.